Yeah, I fired it up. We're good.
Okay. All right. So yeah, like I said, you've noticed a little bit more people in town, but doesn't look like they've singled anybody out as suspicious yet.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Cool. That's what we like.
Yeah. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
If I get too suspicious, I just won't be visible.
It's such a bizarre thing.
If you saw my spell list, you would understand. It's fucking stupid.
Okay.
It's so many spells. I had to go back and add some offense.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very not a me character.
Interesting.
But it looked like fun.
It's a good trial
so
run for the next time you decide to use the character.
So.
Whatever version 2.0 is.
So as we're walking into town,
yeah.
Is there anybody on that we'd be passing?
Yeah, I mean, there's people out doing the regular stuff. They know that the sun's going to go down soon, so most of them are trying to finish up their day. But it's not like it's late hours working in the fields because that's already been harvested. So everybody's kind of set up for winter. But yeah, I mean, any street you go down, there's tens of people walking back and forth, going into certain shops. Some people are going into, some of the taverns you see along the way.
Yeah.
To get some drinking in, and then, or have dinner there before they head home.
Okay.
Are there any overly large townsfolk?
What do you mean, really large?
In a world of Jason Batemans, is there anyone built like Alan Richson?
On the streets here, you don't see anything crazy.
Okay.
Like you said, there's humans, there's dwarves. There's a few other. There's some people of above average height, but there's not, 7 foot tall people.
All right. Well, that's disappointing. Okay.
You got
we
3
can
of your
try
buddies
to
in a trench
hide
coat
under
somewhere.
their cloak.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Chad.
It's all good. The description that they gave us when we were coming in of the people, we would not consider that enough detail for like a locate spell, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Do we know any of their names?
No, I don't. I'm not aware of being required to give that as far as. I mean, it might have been on some kind of paperwork when they originally came into the dungeon type of thing, but once you're in there and just keep running stuff, you don't have to re-sign waivers every time. So you could easily stay in there and they track of who was where.
I've created a monster.
What?
By monster, I mean this dungeon.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I'm sure you could find an accountant to go through all the paperwork and track down who's left the dungeon and figure out, a short list of names, but they didn't. I mean, you effectively created
they're
just a series of holes
to
to
do a
hide
lot
in.
of work to kind of clue out this this group of people that are still in here. They don't even know who they are.
I mean, I guess they didn't say that like they were hiding and infiltrated like they're the Russians and they're just lying low to do anything. They said, if you go into town, you should be able to ask some people and try and discern what's going on.
Honestly, there's no
All
reason to
right.
take. There's no reason not to take that at face value because we know it would have been on the sports bar as well. This is a newsworthy enough level that it would have been up on the scry screens. There would be heavy gambling on this. So there's no reason not to take what this guy's saying at face value of heading into town for info.
Well, we
Right.
could go up to the most towny looking person in the crowd and just say, "Hey, I'm new. I was looking for the. I had some friends come through. They came, tried to help with. They were going to help with your monster problem. Can you tell me where I can find them? Because whether or not these people are here and not wanting to leave shouldn't affect how the townspeople live their daily life, right?
As long as they're not off murdering townsfolk.
Yeah. I mean, the dungeon does kind of function as like a simulation of things, so it's hard to tell exactly what would seem out of place for them, or, it's not like it's a weekly reset where they're just going through the same motions again. They're just living their lives.
Yeah, they don't
So
necessarily know
it depends on
if
how.
a reset happens.
Right. Like, it wasn't like the people showed up and got elected mayor and they're running everything with an iron fist here.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could check with innkeepers, local bars, that type of thing, or whatever. But once again, there's enough people in this town that if they're not in charge of security or anything to do with that, that they may not even know that there's a problem.
So it sounds like we need to talk to somebody in charge.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we passed those city guard. Surely, adventurers aren't gonna just, take up a menial job like that, right?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on how long they've been here and how much they want to infiltrate and things like that. Like, that might be enough of a job that one or two of them could sneak into it, but this may not be a group that's trying to do that.
Yeah, let's find I don't know. I mean, if you want to do someone in charge, I'm thinking we need to head to a tavern.
Okay, I'm cool.
I don't know if we need someone in charge, someone
drink.
well connected. Well, I won't be doing any drinking, but I will.
Why does that not surprise me?
I will buy all the rounds that we need to get us the info that we need.
And maybe a little senator action on the side.
Maybe. I mean, if there's an attractive young politician, I could be wooed.
All right. Well, you passed one obvious tavern on the outskirts, and you've seen at least one more since you've come here. But
yeah, these would be things we're clocking in our our telepathic okay, we got a tavern here.
Barkeep might be just as good.
You're probably 5 or 6 blocks from what seems to be the center of town, like where the 4 districts kind of come together.
Okay.
So, however deep you want to get towards center of town before you pick a bar, it's up to you. Or even if you want to go past the center of town and head to the mountainside of districts, whatever.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Keep going to the further.
Okay. So your telepathy was good for an hour?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that telepathy
Alright.
is good for an hour.
Sure.
Okay.
We're probably 30, 40 minutes in at this point. So
I mean, we're walking slow or casual and just kind of taking in the neighborhood. How much of the town have we taken in, so to speak? Like maybe a quarter,
I
a
mean,
third, half?
you saw the overview. You might have physically walked through 10%.
Okay.
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 Because you're going through one half of one district on your way in. There's still some blocks on either side of the road that you're coming in on for that district, and then 3 more districts
Wow.
Okay.
in the center of town. I mean, you weren't sweeping it street by street or anything. You were just picking a road
No.
and coming in.
Yeah. Whew. Okay.
When my spell finally drops, I will shift over to using message, which will be deeply cumbersome if we do it for any extended period of time, but should work for now to just relay shit
Well,
back and forth.
yeah, we can reply. Well, wait. I have message as well.
So yeah, between the 3 of us, with 2 of us having message, it may as well be carrying on a continuing conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
I now-
mage hand, message, and prestidigitation.
I now
Okay.
regret not taking sending.
Sending's a big spell, though.
Yeah.
It's good for crazy distances.
Correct.
We're just a street away.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't have message.
While all this is going on,
But you can reply to either of ours.
while all this is going on, are any of the people that we're passing, do any of them look more concerned than anyone else?
Shady concerned, or we're concerned about them, or they're concerned about something?
They're
what part of concern? They're giving you more side eye than normal, or
just a general worry.
You can tell as the sun's going down that people have hurried up a bit, as far as they want to make sure that they are in some kind of building by the time it's dark.
Okay.
So you've noticed a slight bit of, more pep of the step of people that look like they're just traveling home from work type of thing.
Okay.
You imagine that the normal people aren't going to try and be out after dark unless they're going to a bar or they have a specific job that requires them to be out.
They're not going away from people. They're going to stay near others, right?
Right. It's not the time of year where you take, a nice walk by yourself in the late evening hours in the dark.
Okay. And is that can we perceive that might have more to do with the monster raids, or just people don't go out at night?
Both. It's going to depend more on what area you're in. If you're towards the mountainside districts, it's going to be more of the monster. Otherwise, just the general caution that any of them would have being in a medium-sized town after it gets dark. I mean, it's a little chilly. There's no reason to be out. It's not like it's nice. It is going to get markedly colder when the sun goes down in between two mountains. You might catch a little more wind whipping through there. So, if nothing else, the chill in the air is going to increase.
That's common knowledge. We get that. We're just looking for people that are like, okay, keep the kids close. They're looking on the horizon. They're checking dark corners. They're not bundling up and rushing home to the hearth. They're trying to ensure they'll live.
Right. Yeah. So
Okay.
a little bit of both, but if you don't have to be out when it gets cold, you don't want to be out. So that is, 60% of the people are just trying to get home before it gets too cold, and the rest of them are trying to get their last few items on their list done before it gets too late.
Okay.
And then, the normal group that's out there where their list includes just drinking at the bar.
Their day's done and they don't give a shit about the next. Okay.
Yeah. If they live alone, they may be going to the tavern to get their meal because they're not going to cook for themselves. And I'm sure there's various nighttime entertainment available as well.
Okay.
The more you head towards the center of town, the more diverse, I guess you would say, the crowd becomes.
Kind of inner city or just
some of the
non-farm folk.
Right. All the different professions are kind of mixing together from all the different districts, and you notice some of the people that might look a little on the fancier side. It may not be fancy, but their clothes are not as threadbare. Are towards the center of town as well. That's where some of the fancier shops would be as well. So if you needed things that aren't day-to-day items, luxury items, you're heading towards those districts, center of town.
I got money in my pocket and I'm pretty fresh. We didn't travel that long. I'm okay with going to a more uppity establishment, maybe a higher clientele. Because I think if people are trying to basically take this town for themselves, they're probably not going to be in the low side stuff. You know what I mean?
I do.
I think our squatters are going to be living up.
Assuming they're in town at all.
Yeah.
If they're in town and they quote unquote save the town, chances are they're where people buy them drinks.
Probably.
Working daily to overstay their welcome.
Indeed.
Okay. I mean, like I said, once you get towards the middle, there is, I would say, two taverns that are, right on the square, center of town type of thing, that are larger than the ones that you passed on the outskirts. You'll see groups of 4 or 5 people at a time going in instead of just 1 or 2 stumbling in. Like they actually have dining rooms and large enough areas to have several tables.
So it's a Wisconsin supper club. Got it.
Sure.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna
You can
suggest
hear
we
music
follow a
coming
group
out
in.
of one of the two, if that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It was just kind of wandering with the group.
Yeah. Next group, whatever bar they go in, we're on their heels.
Okay.
Are there any
Um,
other adventuring type looking people? Or these are all like people that live here?
It pretty much looks like people that would live here as far as the outside goes. It might be different inside the bar, but
Okay.
the people walking around right now are just the regular type. But yeah, the next group you come across is heading in where the music is, so you can follow them in.
Yeah, let's
Let's do
go
it.
in. This is a cheerful crowd listening to music and stuff. That's definitely the one we want.
Yeah, the bouncer, is basically just there to make sure that nobody's openly carrying weapons or looks wildly underage. So they're not going to be super strict about who's coming in.
I am absolutely carrying weapons. I can duck through the alley and reapply my disguise self to try to hide some of it, but
Full-size bow, what did you have?
I got a short bow. I have a scimitar. I have 2 short swords. I have 3 daggers, a hand axe. I'm the fighter. If I drop a weapon, I
Jesus
got to be
Christ,
able to
Jim
pull a new one.
Brown. Are you also
All right.
addicted to gold?
No, I just
That
I
was
don't
such
have
a
offensive
pull.
spells. Steel is my life.
Was such a what?
That was such a pull. I don't think anybody else is going to get that.
Probably not. No, that's okay.
Okay, so
I'll turn over my crossbow if I've got to.
they'll direct you to the front where you can basically like the lockers that you would find at the bus station type of thing. They basically have a setup that's just a bunch of bags of holding. And you can pick one out and
Like little closets of holding so we can't steal them.
yeah.
Okay.
Once you put your stuff in there, it's kind of like a little magic key where it can't be opened without that key again. And it's
Okay.
got certain barriers to being picked, so you don't have to worry about lock picking, things like that.
Interesting.
I dig it.
So they'll just direct you over there. A dagger is fine, but anything much bigger than that, just
Okay.
coat check it.
I will keep my throwing dagger on me.
Okay.
I will put the other stuff away. But yeah, that's okay.
All right. Everybody stows their stuff there. I guess the waitresses that are walking by kind of say, you can sit wherever you like. There's a few tables over here available. They point off into the one side of the bar, or you're welcome to just sit at the bar if you'd like.
Are there any other tables or groups that are like big spenders? People partying up. Everybody's stopping by to say hi. We're looking for the celebrities.
There's people that are sitting closer to the band that appear to be a little louder, a little drunker.
I would like to sit away from them and kind of observe them for a little bit.
Okay. So like a table in the corner, or like a stool at the bar?
Nothing
or...
so like obviously subterfuge. I'm just I want to watch them without them necessarily noticing me watch them.
Okay.
And then meanwhile, I want to rule them out as not who I'm looking for, and be able to see like the rest of the place, maybe see the people I am looking for if my first instinct is not true.
Okay. So if you just take a regular table anywhere, then you'll be able to keep an eye on things. You don't have to sit all the way in the corner. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, the people that are up front, the music's loud, they're drunk, they're not gonna pay any attention to people coming in and going.
Are
at
we
this
all
point.
sitting together?
However you guys want to do it.
I mean, it will save us casting message to speak the entire time.
Yeah. It also means that we just have to cover a lot more ground as a group.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
you
I'm
walked
okay
in with
with.
the group, so you know
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise them if you're all together. But you know, it wasn't like you walked in one at a time, spaced out 5 minutes apart. So it's not going to be suspicious whether you're together or separate.
Yeah, screw it. Let's grab a table, sit down, start
Order
eyeballing some
food
people.
or drinks
Yes.
or what? Let's get comfortable before we have to start getting nasty.
Okay. They come by. You have the option to put in an order, or if you just want drinks, if you want food, whatever. There are
Food, please.
I'm assuming
basically
there's a
waitresses.
chalkboard or something with a list of like what's good. I'll just order like a special, or like whatever they have cooking up today.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the people running orders to the tables will be able to tell you what there is. There's also, the
Ale and meat
stew
or
of the
whatever.
day
Yeah.
that's whatever's been sitting around since yesterday with a little more broth.
Do they have any meat pies?
Yeah, I mean, town this size, farming, stuff like that, they would have access to all that. So, there would be some beef and some lamb,
Cool.
if there's a difference.
I would like one of each, please.
Okay. They'll put that order in for you. And any drinks you need, whatever, they'll get that. Is anybody else ordering food?
Yeah, whatever whatever's on tap for dinner wise.
Sure.
Okay. Couple of stews.
And then beverage and ale or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, they're able to get all that set up, and they'll bring your drinks back pretty quickly, and everything else comes, about 10 minutes later.
Cool.
You notice the band is between songs, and the singer gets on the mic and says, "Hey, next round's on me. Thanks for showing up tonight, everybody. We know it's cold out. We are JC and the Moonshine Band, and here's our next song." And they go back into the next one. A little bit louder. I mean, there's some excitement to it. the people that are up front drinking heavily seem pretty excited, and they're also excited that the next round's on the band.
Okay, I would like a milk for my next round
Okay.
that the band is buying.
Well, unfortunately, the only thing that they are serving from the band is wine.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Surely they have water or some kind of cider.
Well, they did have
I'm
water.
sure.
Now it's wine.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you're just putting that together, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
JC. Moonshine. God damn it.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. Okay.
Is this
Cool,
going to be
cool.
the first one where the DM's character is the bad guy?
Cool. I'm just going to so the only thing to drink is what you're saying?
Well, that's the only thing that they're offering with the rounds there, because that's
Okay.
what they have. I mean, you can
Okay.
still get other drinks.
Okay. Yeah.
The free drink
then
offer was just for
just
the
for
wine,
wine.
though.
Gotcha.
The one they're paying for, yeah.
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 That's fine. I will I will order myself a milk.
Okay. We don't have any blue, but
That's okay.
hopefully white will be fine.
Yep. More than okay with that.
Hey.
All right. Good with that.
So they were taking a break, or they were
No, they're
starting
just making
up
an
a new
announcement
song?
between songs and
Okay.
trying to get the crowd back into it, because it's going from like the early dinner rush to the, crowd that's here to drink. So they're aware of what's up.
Okay.
Smart band.
So their night is winding down, so to speak.
Their night's kicking off. Like,
Oh, okay.
they're playing a little livelier music. We're getting into the drinking part of the night where.
Oh, I thought I took that wrong. I thought you were saying these are the people that are gonna drink no matter what's being sung. Okay, I get you now.
No, like they're, the people that are quietly there to have dinner, things like that, they are finishing their dinner. And the people that are there to drink and party are the
I
ones that are
get you.
left
Okay.
behind. So how close of an eye are you keeping on the people up front that were drinking?
Just kind of maybe seeing how they're interacting with the band. They're sitting up close. Maybe like, are they associated with the band? I mean, is there 12 of them?
No, there's 5 or 6 at that table. I guess you can do perception check or investigation if that's more your style.
I will do perception
Okay.
because that's where I put my points. For a dirty 20.
Okay. I mean, they obviously know each other. They are all hanging out together. But you get the impression that they have nothing to do with the band. They are just enjoying the live music while they chat and somewhat yell amongst themselves.
Okay. If they're being loud, is there any chance I can maybe understand what they are saying?
Yeah, I mean, the most that you can make out is they're talking about how crazy their day at work was.
Okay.
And, they're you can tell that they've been around each other for a while. They have a bunch of inside jokes and things like that they're saying. So you're not going to pick up on that type of stuff. But yeah, you do know that they seem like they are probably coworkers or, at least industry adjacent, if not, working
Okay.
same place.
Co-workers, can I tell like what that work is?
Trying to think of what they'd be chatting about that would be obvious. I would say not at this time. It's not anything that you can make out.
It's more like so-and-so said this to me today, and kind of shit. I can't believe he's
Yeah.
going to pull that shit again. Yeah, okay.
And like, oh man, I'm glad we worked together to get that done today, but not like specifically like, oh yes, we were working on mending fences or whatever. If you want to keep observing them, something else may come up different throughout the night, or
I'll keep an eye on them, but kind of letting my attention maybe wander to other people as I kind of settle in with these people are just, normal people.
All right. Anybody else looking at the same group, different group? I mean,
I'm gonna watch the bar and the bartender and see if anybody's, getting that familiar conversation with the bartender going.
Okay. Yeah, you notice there's probably a few regulars. Looks like some one-offs are on one side of the bar drinking. They're not really chatting with anybody. It doesn't look like they're there with anybody else, but also it looks like they're probably here often drinking in the evening. You see one group of probably 3 people that appear to be together. And you see 2 of them are chatting and the other one's kind of trying to talk to people around him. He may have had a bit to drink, but, he's trying to make more friends type of thing. The regulars don't seem like they are interested in having any new friends. But besides that right now, that's kind of people that are at the bar.
Okay. When the waitress comes back, or when they bring the food, I'm going to ask. So I heard you guys had some problems with some beasts, monsters, unsavories coming down from the mountains.
Yeah, we have had some issues, especially on that side of town.
When she says that, I kind of give a left and right thumb, like that side. What side? I'm sorry, new. Just curious where to stay away from. Yeah.
She gestures towards the northeast side that you saw come in with the 6-foot wall and the gates and things. Yeah, basically, from what she's able to tell, it seems like maybe because it's getting a little more towards the winter, food supply may not be great, or they may be trying to stock up for their cave for winter. But they're coming in and, some smaller livestock might go missing, things like that, on that edge of town. People that have seen the things, If they try and make any attempt to stop them, they are pretty easily dispatched of. They're overpowered unless there's a bunch of them at one time to scare them off. The things seem pretty strong.
Okay, so it takes a village to clear them out.
Yeah.
Pretty
One person's
strong.
not going to fight them off, and they're not going to be scared of one person.
What kind of beasts are these? Or brutes?
Nobody gets a great look. They all seem a little hairy. They're kind of tall.
Hairy, tall. Okay.
Yeah.
Larger than a large man.
Yeah.
As fast as 10 fast men.
Yeah. Maybe in like the 8-9 foot range.
Oh, good. Yeah, nice
Like
sporting.
they can carry off a sheep.
Yep. And I bet they do. All right. They had any luck? Is any individuals had any luck with them, or is it pretty much just villagers banding together?
Well, we've
Is
had a few.
there work in maybe clearing these guys out?
We've had a few
At
parties
this
that have
point,
come through at times.
I hope my party members kind of getting what I'm trying. Basically, I'm trying to shop for the job that we suspected they've already completed, or whether or not it was completed, or they just abandoned it and decided to buy a town.
Yeah, there were several groups of people that have come through to try and clear out the problem, and some of them have left out through the gates on that side of town and haven't come back. And a few of them just seem to have come back and decided that wasn't the job they wanted to take and left town.
Understandable. Yeah.
So yeah, it's still, as of this time, unresolved. We did have one party a little while back claim that they took one of them down, but they weren't able to provide any proof. So we have to assume
What kind of proof is asked? Like we bring the heads back, or
a head, a pelt, anything that would show that they've completely taken it down.
Is it one creature, or is it?
There's at least 2 to 3. Like they will show up in groups of 2 to 3 at times. So there's at least that. It's hard to tell if they are just the party that goes out or if that is all of them sticking together. But we haven't seen more than 3 at any given time from the reports.
Okay. As many as 3 carry off a sheep. Some people have claimed that they've taken care of it. And those people haven't returned. Or the ones that claimed they took care of it. And they've moved on once they've claimed victory? Or are they sticking around?
The ones that claimed they had it, like I said, weren't able to provide any proof, and so they basically left town rather than make another go at it.
That seems weird.
Didn't take their word for it. It seems like they failed at the job. They tried to get credit for it. It didn't work. And
an attack since their claim?
Yes.
Okay.
No, they're definitely still out there. even if they had taken one down, it's not over.
Okay. So they tried to take full credit for a partial job.
Or none job.
No job at all. Okay.
Right.
Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking up a lot of your time, dear. I slip her a couple copper. Just thank you. How about another round for the table, and I give her the money for that too.
Okay. She nods and heads off to go pick up everything.
Now, just between the group here, I was like, okay, can I piece that together? What information I've gotten? There's been several groups. So that could be the story that's laid out every time someone comes in here. There's been groups before, but they've never come back. But there's been one group, at least, that claimed they did the job. And then once they didn't get credit, they wandered off.
Right.
I'm having trouble identifying these squatters. I mean, I assume they were
This is the first bar
adventurers.
you've walked into in the whole town, so.
True. But it is a popular one. I mean, they got Jesus singing his own hymns.
That they do. Yeah. I mean, at this point, nothing's jumping out immediately at you here. But once again, I mean, there's still another 20 plus people in the bar that you haven't tried to observe or talk to. So
Yeah. I think that's the next order of business. I mean, the night is young, right? The dinner crowd's left, and what's left, these people are here to have a good time and to talk and to wind up the day and let off some steam, tell some tall tales, kind of thing, right?
right, getting closer to that as time goes on.
Everybody kind of the same mind as I am here. There's more to this story, and maybe we're not seeing the whole thing.
It definitely feels that way.
All right. Where do we go?
I mean, you're able to, chat with whoever you like. You can also try and secure a room for the night, so you at least have that out of the way.
Yeah, I think we
decide if you want to be here or if you want to keep looking.
Might as well get a room if we're here.
Yeah,
Okay.
is this the room? This place we want the room? We want. I mean, there is advantages to be in the seedy part of town as far as rooms go.
I mean, first night in, this is the nicer one that you've seen.
True.
They didn't all have a band, and I mean, it doesn't appear that anybody's sticking out here as the people you're looking for, so can't say that at all the seedy places. You never know. But, completely up to you and what you decide to do.
No, I mean that's cool. I really don't think this is going to be solve this on the first go, right?
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to get more information, but I don't think you're gonna wrap this whole thing up day one at the bar.
No. So get a room for the night. or rooms for the night. And
Okay.
yeah, we definitely gonna be a lot of talking.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I mean,
we
I
need
don't know what room's
to
on there.
identify those shady people that are holding something back, and then I kind of elbow Annie. We need to compel them to maybe it's best idea to share that story. No,
Okay. I mean,
is
you can
Chad
do whatever
quiet
you'd like
again?
as a
Or
group.
What are your thoughts on detect thoughts?
How is that? Is that targeted?
It is part of it is targeted, part of it isn't.
Okay. I mean, it's up to you. However, you'd like to attempt that. We can see
So I
how it
mean
goes from there if that's what the group wants.
that exists as an option as well.
Okay.
who do you want to target, and who are you hoping to maybe just catch in the net?
So far, nobody really stands out.
Yeah. I mean, bartenders hear a lot of stuff. Waitresses hear a lot of stuff. I mean, even if they're not being talked to, they're walking past people's conversations.
Yeah.
It's all. I don't know. This target-rich environment doesn't really lend well to a targeted spell. You know what I mean? I think we save that one for the person who we suspect has the information but isn't willing to get it. And then we ask questions to maybe get them to think about the things we want them to think, maybe not say.
So everybody, it's been a little while. Just give me another perception check. People have come in and out in the last, 30-ish minutes.
25.
Okay.
This is why we get the +9 to perception.
Oh fuck! Natural 20 for a total of 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So both
That's
of
a
you
really
easily
dirty
able to
20.
tell. There's, once the regular crowd's leaving, there's the drinking crowd. You'll see a few people. Looks like they came in off their shift. That was one of the people you saw kind of keeping an eye on everything on the street. So,
Okay, like city guard.
yeah,
Off
they may
duty.
have been
Are they
at
carrying
least
weapons
security.
in here? I mean, would they be exempt
They're
to
gonna
that rule?
they're gonna have like a standard issue, like how you have your dagger. They might have one thing. I don't think they have. I mean, they're not carrying any crazy weapons as far as that goes. So they're not weird adventurers that are going into some kind of party into a dungeon. So, a short sword with them, they're allowed to
Okay.
carry that in.
They might have like a billy club and
Yeah.
kind of shit. Okay. Non-lethal option, and then the shit's going down option.
Right.
Okay.
But you notice that one comes in and sits down at a table by themselves. They look like they're kind of keeping an eye out, like somebody else might be showing up that they're waiting for.
Okay. Maybe a coworker from another end of town or something, or a
Yeah,
friend,
I'd
or maybe
imagine
the
guard
spouse,
changes
or
would happen around the same time, and they may not be in the same part of the
Yeah.
city, so they'll be
Confidential
a couple minutes
informant.
late to show up. Yeah. So you notice that sticks out a little more than anything else, and especially with those rules. After about 5 minutes, you notice another person comes in, sits down at the table with them.
Same garb or
Yeah, you would imagine it's another
okay.
city guard from a different section of town that just showed up.
It's like a hypothesis. Okay. I will glance their way occasionally, but I'm not gonna mean mug them. I'm just kind of look, see if they get animated in any of their conversations or upset, like telling a story like from the day, like, can you guys believe this shit this day? Whether they take their day out on the next guy or they commiserate or just chilling, music, drinking. Just watch them to kind of get their general mood.
I mean, first thing they are ordering a drink and putting in a food order. Nothing seems out of the ordinary there. Every now and again, it looks like they kind of lean in to have a bit of a chat.
Okay. So there is some, not public ear kind of thing.
Yeah.
I lean in like I'm reaching across the table, like maybe taking a morsel off someone else's plate on at a table, just to whisper to God, I forget your character's name, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Cake.
Cake. To whisper to Cake, maybe detect thoughts on the guard there. They got some whispering going on.
Okay.
I mean, they maybe just like say, "Did you see the bosom on that barmaid?" But who knows?
All right. So without pushing, I learn what is most on the target's mind.
Okay. See how they would think about it. Yeah, they are discussing how their watches went today, and any trouble that they ran into. They do have complaints that there were some out-of-towners acting a little rowdy, but they did leave with a warning. They didn't push it any further.
I don't know this yet. Sorry.
So yeah, I'll pass that along.
Okay.
I will not say I won't say anything, but I will communicate that to the party.
Sure. I don't know if Chad's lost his mic or if he's asleep or.
He had a dog thing.
Okay.
I had dog problem.
Okay. Was there anything different you wanted to add to anything, or so far so good?
While I was gone, did anybody attempt to interact with the bartender at all?
Yeah. We've pretty much
They talked to the waitress. I don't know if you're here for
Okay.
that.
Yeah, for
she
part of it.
mentioned that there were some incidents on that side of town where you saw the wall before.
Right.
Yeah. So other
Okay.
than that, now the city guard has shown up. Two of them, they're chatting. They just did the mind reading. on
Okay.
one of them. I don't know where you came in.
Okay, I would like to. Hmm. So they were confiscating weapon. I would like to take a perception check or investigation or whatever you're going to tell me I need to roll to see like what am I getting from the vibe of people in the bar? Does it look like people are paying attention to like, hey, that person just cast a spell kind of thing?
No, like you're getting into the drinking side, and because they stow
Okay.
weapons, nobody's immediately worried that there's going to be a sword fight that breaks out or anything. So they're just drinking, vibing, enjoying the music.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
How much space is there between our table and the bar, and the bartender?
Is there just
There's
one
like
bartender?
there's one specifically pouring drinks, and there's cooks that come in and out from the back on occasion. That may grab something from behind the bar, but there's one person in charge of the taps.
Yeah. How far away is he or they?
Maybe 15 feet. Like
Okay.
it might be 8 feet to the bar, and then other side of the bar, and a couple feet back is the rest of it.
Cool. I would like to walk over to the bar.
Okay.
And just kind of stand there and under my breath recite the words and just use my hand tracing patterns on the bar. I would like to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
So a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius centered on a point of my choice within range. I'm making it the bar.
The bar. Okay.
Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time or starts their turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, that creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. I know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw.
Okay. So what's your DC on that?
15.
This is wisdom, you said? No, charisma?
Charisma.
Okay.
Say bartender might have a +1, but he's not going to have anything crazy.
I got a 7.
Fails.
Are we in the zone?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, you are.
Yes, we are.
I got nothing on charisma. Rolled a 19, sir.
Sweet. Okay.
I am lying, and you don't even know.
No, well,
no,
but
you
I
do
know.
Not the target, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, my bartender friend, is he speaking the truth?
Yep. He has
Awesome.
failed his roll.
Amazing. We'll deal with other people if I need to talk with them on their role, but I'm just gonna, just kind of start a casual conversation with the bartender, talking about, what's on tap, where they source their, stuff from, just, general touristy type of conversation.
Are they aware they can't lie?
Does not say that they are.
Okay. Yeah, he's fine chatting, normal, everything.
Cool.
There's nothing
Keep you
specifically
chucking,
there
keep you
that he would
drinking.
even need to be relying about at this point.
Cool.
He's not paying all the attention to you because he does have to do his job, but
Yeah, that's fine. So as this lasts for an hour, so I'm not planning to take an hour. Probably a couple minutes of chit chat. Then maybe start in with I heard these attacks were happening, and is still a problem that the town is facing.
Yeah. He'll say, he's got a friend that bartends over on that side, has it in as well, and basically business is down on that side because
Okay.
it's now the bad part of town.
Right.
It's not happening, daily, but every 4 or 5 days, you'll tend to have something happen.
Okay. Has the town thought about reaching out to get some help from government, or maybe hire some adventurers to put whatever the problem is down?
Well, we've had various adventurers come in and make attempts at it, or at least try. We have a bit of a reward out there, but it still hasn't been claimed. As far as government goes, we're kind of off on our own here. There's not a whole lot of government resources that get sent our way, but it also keeps the taxes lower.
Fair point. Okay. Gonna ask, when was the last time any adventurers tried to claim it?
The most recent was that made any claim, came around that they were aware of ago.
I'm sorry, you broke up there for a sec.
About 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago. Okay.
That was the last time that they are aware that anybody claimed that they were here to try and take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they would talk to other bartenders. So
yeah,
if somebody came in and was trying to do it quietly, they wouldn't know. But anybody boasted about it, he would have information on.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Anybody else asking about?
Asking about the trouble, or
the monster, the troubles? Yeah. Anybody else like, hey, I heard there's trouble. That's what we do, and that's what they would have done.
Townsfolk gossip about it. So, as far as they're aware, just local people, they're gossiping, they're talking about it, type of thing.
Right.
There hasn't been really non-townsfolk talking about it within that last 6 weeks.
Okay.
So, once again, either they're playing it close, or they are legitimately, nobody was here to even attempt it to begin with.
Now, these people, just judging by their look, their temperament, they are stick to the confines of the city, do their business, go home, stay safe, right? These are not, let's go for a walk in the countryside and look for trouble kind of people. Unless it gets in their face, they're not going to know about it.
Correct, yeah. Like, the people in the central district are not the people that are directly affected by this. And so if they're not in law enforcement, they're not getting together like a, local lynch mob to try and go take care of this.
Can I delve about that, the central district? Is there a division, like on the street? Do we come through gates? Like are there certain parts of the town that get closed off to other ones, or is it just nicer buildings, nicer?
I mean, part
richer
of it,
people.
The central district would have, like a mayor's office, the larger of the police stations,
Large brick
like the
building
central jail,
kind of thing, yeah.
They might be a little more fortified because some of them are the older parts of town.
Yeah, like the keep that started this town kind of thing.
Yeah, like everything else kind of built out from this area. So this would have been like the footprint of the town. And
Like the
then,
town's original wall might still be like built into the foundations of some of these buildings.
right.
Okay.
So it's the historical district, basically.
Okay.
and
Most
then,
protected.
yeah, like you saw earlier, the northwest area, it would have been. Looks like it might have more of the blacksmithing district.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you can hear people hitting hammers on metal things.
The industrial or working
Right.
class district. Okay.
The south, basically towards the south there, because it's southeast, southwest.
That's towards the opening of the mountains. That'd be the farming
Right.
side of it. Okay.
That's where everything's coming in. They would have more bakeries. They would have grain storage. They would have markets for meat, like that, so that farmers don't have to travel in as far.
Is there a water source going through the town? Like a river or stream or anything? This is not related to water walking, just curious.
Yeah, there would be, coming down off the mountain, there would be
Okay.
several streams.
Like it would go past the mill and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of leads out towards the forest, maybe cut through the forest at places. But, as far as since you've shown up, you haven't seen any large bodies of water or ports or anything like that, or large ships out on. It's large enough to supply water. It's not large enough for anything more than like a flat bottom raft to go down.
Okay. It's just deep enough to turn like a mill wheel or something.
Right.
Maybe a canoe.
Yeah, you could canoe. You could.
Some
Like if they
places like
wanted to
that
get
would
like a
have
barge to move a little bit of grain,
yeah,
might be
yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
So it's more of it's not a recreational thing. It's a working, the water supply for the town and the means to move heavy things.
Yeah,
Okay.
from like one side of town to the other, or to a
Or
farm on the way
to the
as it's
part of
heading up.
town that gets it out of town. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. This is well conceived, this little place. I like the complexity of it.
Yeah. I mean, once again, if it wasn't for the creatures attacking the village, it's a pretty nice little setup.
Yeah, it's their one and biggest problem.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if you've asked about it or anything, but since you've been talking about it so much, the issues they've had with the creatures has been going on for a little over a year. So it kind of went down in the summer when there was more, game in the woods type of thing. But
Easily found game, out.
Right. There's not as many plants and berries and everything else around either. So
Was it a particularly poor harvest? I mean, is there a reason why they might be short from what they normally hunted? Like they're looking to supplement their stores by raiding the town, like it never happened before but because the weather was bad or there was a flood or some shit.
I mean, it was last winter, so both times it was an uptick due to it being winter time.
Okay.
So, there may be something where they weren't able to stockpile like they were before, or, maybe they moved in from another area and just decided to set up next to the town. But
Right.
they haven't gotten that far into the motives other than it looks like they're just coming in, taking food, leaving. They're not.
And the city guard is mostly concerned with protecting the city rather than going out and trying to correct this problem.
Right. With the adventuring parties that have gone out and whatnot, and with some of them not coming back, they can't just keep throwing city guard at the problem and hope it changes.
Yeah. It's a perishable
They'll
supply.
run out of city guard before they solve the problem.
Okay. There's definitely a difference between someone who's, qualified to stand post and somebody qualified to go out and face the beast. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And once again, people have been injured in these incidents, but as far as townsfolk go, nobody's been murdered. If they move away from the area, it doesn't seem like they go after them. The worst it's been is the few people knocked unconscious when they tried to stop them from stealing livestock. But once again, apart from unknown adventurers that haven't come back, it's not like they're waking up to murder everyone.
Sorry, did we get a description from anyone in town on what it is that's taking shit?
It's 8-9 feet tall, hairy, able to carry off a sheep. There may be as many as 3, or as many as 3 have come at once, but being that it's
normally 2 to 3 show up at a time. But it's not like they are consistent enough to know if it's the same 2 or 3. And
gotcha.
It's nothing that the villagers are familiar with enough to tell us, hey, that's a bugbear, that's an ogre, that's a polar bear, whatever.
Right. Well, I mean,
adventurers
they
might
were
know
walking
they
on
don't have
2
a decent
legs, so that rules out some stuff.
Yeah, and it have in all the encounters, any survivors or witnesses, have they stated any speech or language from these raiders? Even if it's not understood, like did they have
they're able to communicate amongst themselves.
Okay,
there's certain noises and grunts that they make.
Okay.
How complex the language is, or if it's just
Well, Orcish isn't that complex, but neither is a giant can be. So, but might not sound it to us.
Right. They're able to understand it. So clearly there's communication there, but it's not English. So common.
So they either have furry bodies or they're wearing furs. It is winter.
Right.
I mean, if there's any townsfolk willing, I could use detect thoughts again on somebody who's willing to give up an image of like this. This is what they look like when they came to town.
If you travel to the other district tomorrow, you might be able to track down somebody.
Okay.
Track a witness.
In the bar tonight has directly seen them. It's all secondhand.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
But that
Even
would be a
the guard.
possibility if you. Well, yeah, even the guard. They are guards in this part of town. They haven't been guards.
Okay, they're like beat cops rather than stand the wall.
Yeah, like the ones that are in charge of, that type of stuff would be in the other districts. So you would have to go find one of them. It's like the difference between the inner city Chicago cops and the suburb. Like
The sheriff
they
or
technically
highway
do the same
patrol.
thing,
Yeah.
but they're not seeing the same stuff.
Okay. Has this problem risen to a talk of like enlisting people for the guard? Is there like a volunteer militia, or are people?
Um,
I mean, I assume
because
that.
it's kind of confined to the ones. There's more people like a kind of like a neighborhood watch to notify if they see anything.
Okay, so
but
it's that district's problem in some people's eyes.
kind of, yeah. And once again,
Okay.
it's not. They're not straight up murdering people. So
Okay,
it'd be
they're just
different if
rob.
they're showing up, breaking into their house, murdering them while they sleep, and running
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, they're basically just wolves taking a sheep. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
With your belly aching.
Yeah. It's not like you're going to get a posse together to hunt down a wolf.
Okay. So people who may not have means to uh, handle this are suffering it mostly, while the people who it isn't directly affecting hold like sway over government, or possibly in the central part of the city, the governing folk aren't really feeling the strain or worry of this.
Yeah, for the most part. Like the more that it goes on, the more that there's talk about it. People are all aware of it. Like I said, they've put out rewards to try and get adventurers here to take care of it. But it's still not completely resolved. So it's different from not caring about it and more of let's see if we can find somebody else to take care of it for us first before we start
Let's throw
risking
money
our own
at this
lives.
before I put my neck on the line. Yeah.
Right. Because as of right now, once again, we haven't lost townspeople to it.
Yeah.
So,
As of now, it's poor people problem, not mine.
well, even that, it's not a death problem, and if
Yeah.
they go after it, it could become a death problem.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let them take the little bites, as long as they're not killing a bunch of people.
Right. The
Okay.
local government may be able to compensate a few coins to take care of livestock you lost. Much harder to replace whole new people.
Yeah, I get you. So honestly, it doesn't sound too unreasonable. I mean, but I see why the people that are directly affected would be uh, very interested in some hero action.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that would at least be a place to check out tomorrow. Yeah, the city guard has basically mentioned that there were some people causing a little bit of trouble, but they didn't give any pushback when they were told to disperse.
I'm going to give. I assume by my involvement in this conversation, I kind of got up and was standing by Annie, and just joined in on the conversation. Going to give him a nice job, kind of, wink, and ask the bartender, is it you that we need to talk about getting a room?
Yeah, they're able to take care of that for you.
Okay. How many people does a room hold? I got 3 of us.
There are some rooms that have, 2 beds in them. Then it's depending on if you want to double up or if everybody wants their own bed, you would need to get a additional room.
I don't
So it
know.
depends on.
Depends on what you consider splitting the party. I mean,
Well, I mean, what sort
I
of
don't know.
furniture?
Does anybody?
What sort of
Does
furniture
the
is in
goblin
there?
sleep on a chair? Like there would be there's a chair in the corner, and a little table, like a writing table, and like a minimal
and 2
padding
cots
chair.
or 2. I guess this is a nicer part of town. The real beds.
Yeah, there'd be 2 real beds.
Okay. I don't need
not
much.
opposed to sharing. I don't care.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I mean, depending on what size you're looking for, they may be able to, a couple extra coins, get a mattress to put on the floor.
Or we can just push the beds together and all share. Let the goblin have the space between because he won't fall between the cracks or push the beds apart laying there. Or
This
we
is
lay
true.
across the other way and they don't slip in either way.
I mean, there is that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the problem that you need to solve tonight. So
No,
anyway,
but
you should be able to
I
get it working.
I get a room, and I think we can, because who knows, we might sit up most of the night discussing what we've learned and working out a plan. So, yeah, what's a room run me?
I mean, 1 room, everything there. I don't even know what rooms would run. Maybe 10 silver.
10 silver, okay. Does that come with like meal and stuff? What 10 silver is
Yeah.
what, a gold, or is that 100 silver?
Not sure on that version. I think that would probably be a gold.
Okay.
That would come with, we'll say, one
Breakfast,
beer
yeah.
and breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I cover that.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
that's about midnight. So
Yep.
I have one
it's
last
getting
thing
that
I
way.
want to do before we turn in for the evening.
sure.
So I guess 2 things. I want to use prestidigitation to make my pitcher filthy, and then ask the barkeep if it's possible for me to leave that down here for the evening to get cleaned.
Okay.
I'd throw
You would
I'd throw in a couple silver.
probably want to try and acquire a room that may be a little more above the bar rather than off to one side or the other. Just to keep within that 30 feet.
Okay.
But yeah, that can be arranged. I mean, they're not completely booked up.
That's tech, man. I like it.
This just seemed like a solid idea. Because if we're gonna turn in for the evening and we've essentially got a live bug, we could just take turns listening.
Yeah, there's a whole stake out here.
He's gonna regret giving us that.
It was random. I mean,
I know, but it's like I've given I've given Jeff random shit before, and he's abused it beyond what I can imagine. So it's
I
always
would
fun.
rather it be this than we all sit around and try and figure out where to go, because
Who to ask questions? Yeah.
people don't have the right idea at the right time,
Okay.
or they
Yeah.
fail a roll, and then we're just running around in circles.
So I spent
that was
50
why I
gold.
also moved into the detect thoughts range, because I'm like, let's see if we could shortcut a little bit of this of our
Yeah.
fucking bumbling. So all right, cool.
Yep.
Then I'll go ahead and cut the audio.
I marked
No
off my
worries.
gold and an